Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. And now, it's time!
Happy
I don't
Wednesday.
even know if you're allowed to do that. Are we going to be in trouble?
I don't know.
Why am I way over and you're in the middle?
I don't know.
Jeez.
It
The
looks
camera's
good.
not right.
It's not, you're right. It's not centered this
Who
time.
did that?
I don't know. You can go ahead and try
Who
and
moved
fix it. I'm not sure.
Somebody moved it.
I don't know. You're Shawnstradomus. Apparently, you should be able to understand and predict how this is going to go.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Shawn and Lacey, where we're all off kilter here. Welcome, welcome. Great to see everybody. We got everybody rolling in. Got Brian Wright. They call him B Money, Georgia Stone, Dana Dilling, Thomas Dickert, Matt and Brooke Persons. Lonnie Wilson. She wants to know if Georgia found a stylist. Christine Cordero, Dave Pascal, Lee Frazier. Hey, Lee thought that today was the BYS mastermind. We had a couple snafus today, a couple boo-boos.
Today was an interesting day.
Tech day,
It was like
tech
an
day.
interesting, like energetic, like wacky doodle day.
Blue Wrench, Paul Natoli's
The
here
wrench
in the
is
house.
here.
Bradley
Somebody
Hahn,
said.
Chris Collins, Julie Bronze, Chris Collins back again, and Jen Troy. What's up, Jen? Kat
Welcome,
Frazier, Aaron
everybody.
O'Connor. We got a lot of winners in the house. Welcome to Shawn and Lacey Live. We are giving away $300. Make sure that you do us a favor. Hit that subscribe button right there, right underneath the video. Hit that subscribe button. Hit like. Always. Mine shows 0 likes and 14 people watching. 14
You're just
people
always
watching.
lagging, I
0
think,
likes.
for sure.
Nobody likes the show.
Well, we're gonna guess who's producing tonight?
I got 800
Who
subscribers.
started us
Help me
off?
help me get to 1,000 subscribers so we can monetize.
No, we have 1.89.
See who people guess.
Well,
41 people. Now it's 40. Everybody's
that's
leaving.
wild.
It's
That's
the
wild.
opposite.
It's opposite day. Is it opposite day? Maybe. Yeah. James is producing. Why? Because we had
Oh,
like
because
the
it was
intro.
like the
It was
intro?
like a very like James intro. Oh, everybody thinks James is producing. Show yourself. Producer.
It's
Producer
Lukey.
Luke. With the cats in the background. The 2 cat photos. You see
Nice.
those?
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Well, welcome everybody. Welcome to Shawn and Lacey Live. Welcome Luke and his cats.
I didn't get a single guess. I think they guessed
I love
everybody
that
but me.
Josh loves your cat art. You could have the real thing like we do every week. Dexter has to show up every single week. I love it. All right.
I mean, I could put it on my
Well, what do
lap
we
if
got,
that makes
Luke?
it
What kind of
better.
announcements do we have tonight?
We've got a couple different things. I'm just going to throw it up here for you. One of them is coming up this weekend.
Oh, we're so excited. This weekend, starting Friday, we have the Resiliency Mastermind with Michael Chandler. And I got to tell you, actually, we've been working on this content all week, just refining it, fine-tuning it. And the stuff that we're going to talk about, I'm really excited. I think that one of the things that we've learned in business is that people learn best through stories. And oh, the stories that Michael Chandler has to tell about resiliency. I know that each and every one of you that is going to be there is going to learn so much. And hey, it's not too late. It's not too late to join us. You can still join us. Get your butt out there. If resiliency was your word or your theme of the year, man, is that your nudge to join us this weekend? So, yeah. What else we got? The Book Yourself Solid 5-Day Challenge. Listen, we are pumped. This is free. So a lot of people are asking, well, how do I get people in and what does it cost and what can they do? This is a 5-day challenge. It's free for anybody that wants to join. You can always upgrade to VIP to get an extra hour each day with Shawn and myself and get the recordings forever. But The 5-day challenge starts on Monday. If you are not signed up for the Book Yourself Solid Challenge, please do. And also, as a reminder, if you have done this challenge in the past, this is great for you to sign up people that work for you, your team, your staff, your associates, anybody in your business that you want to get on the same page when it comes to booking your business solid. You can just sign them up for free and have them go through the challenge as well.
We love it. We are tracking. We told you last week, hey, first of all, get signed up yourselves. Who's watching who is not signed up for the BYS challenge? Like, what in the world is going on? Get yourself signed up. Oh, everybody stopped talking to us after
I
the
know, I know. I wonder what's it could be our chat being laggy potentially.
Not my
No?
chat.
All right. There we go. I love it.
I hate how we're like, I'm so off to the side.
Oh
You're
my
in the
goodness.
middle.
Get up and just fix it.
Oh, somebody did it screwy.
I tell you, it's the little things that matter, right? All right, but yeah, if you're not signed up, get signed up for the challenge.
Second of all, I was talking tonight to the BDC coaches. Man, you guys don't understand it. This is a compartmentalized thing. We said this last week, but people still don't understand. We don't need your help. We are well on our way to 1,000 people. I'm confident that by next Monday, we're going to have 1,000 people registered for the challenge. You and 999 of your closest friends can be joining Lacey and I on the BYS challenge as we teach you how to grow your service-based business. But listen, your real friends, like you don't realize on your social media, you don't realize even if you have a brick and mortar and you do piano tuning, you have clients who are in small business.
Mm-hmm.
And if you would share the challenge with them, it's a help. It's a way we're going to talk about this relationship capital, but it's a way to help them. But people always think like, well, no, I just want to tell them about my piano tuning. Yeah, but they're tired of you only emailing them and talking about piano tuning when you have other opportunities. And this is a genuine, I care, I want to help. www.bookyourselfsolidchallenge.com. It's free. So everybody's like, oh, how self-serving. It's free.
Right.
It's free. Lacey and I, all next week, we're going to be working with everybody in the challenge. I'm going to help you to understand the Book Yourself Solid concepts and get going. Get your
bottom line,
clients
look,
in.
I mean, there's a lot of times where you potentially refer your friends, your colleagues, your collaborative partners out to other things. But if you know anything about us, you know that we will deliver. I promise we will make you look good if you refer people into the free
That's a big promise.
challenge. Yeah, it is
All
a
right.
big promise. I'm confident.
What else you got?
What else do we got, Luke?
It's our first big event of the year coming up. So, Shawn, this is also your chance. I'm going to throw up this image, and then if you want to run to the camera really quick, this is your last opportunity.
Oh, yeah. Perfect.
So, first big gathering of the year.
First big gathering of the year. Sales, revenue, and profit. Man, this is coming up in Dallas, Texas. First off, here's what I love about Dallas. Dallas is easy to get to for anyone. Dallas is a hub for almost every single airline on the planet. So you can easily find a cheap, easy flight to Dallas and join us for sales, revenue, profit. I think that if you feel like this year you are trying to get more conversions, you're trying to move your cold leads into paying clients, and you haven't figured out the formula, this is the workshop for you. This is what you have to go to.
Yes, sirree. David Meltzer, Ryan Stuman, Lacey Book, and Michael Port. Listen, when do you get to hear this lineup of speakers? We're going to be teaching you about sales. We're going to teach you how to create more revenue. We're going to increase your top line revenue and your bottom line profit. This workshop is for you. How do we look now? How's that? I feel so much better.
Great. I'm
I feel
so glad you
so
feel
much
in
better.
alignment now.
Yes,
That means you can
yes.
deliver even better content in your Shawnstradomus predictions tonight.
I just want to let everybody know. I want everyone to know that Christian Galt and I from Galt Insurance Group.
Mhm.
Check him out. Galt Insurance Group. He insures all of our stuff. Give Christian Galt a shout out. Tell him that you heard about him on Shawn and Lacey Live. Man, he does such a great job. Him and his team do such a great job. But Christian's my golfing partner.
He sure is.
We qualified today for the Sun Cup. Yeah, so
Proud wife over
we've been
here.
on fire. Yeah, we were out grinding. We got it done today. Yes, yes, sirree. Super happy. Props to Christian. And happy birthday to P. Grant Dennis. His birthday was yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Happy birthday, Grant. Everybody wish Grant a happy birthday. If you've got his phone number, blow it up. Yeah, it's not the Shank
It's
Dilly
not the
Cup.
Shank Dilly Cup, but it is.
Not even close,
Yeah.
but yes, it was a good day of golf.
How much money
Beautiful
are
day.
How much money are we giving away tonight?
$300, more
We had a
money than I
winner
won
last
playing
week.
golf.
Yeah.
$300. We had a winner last week. We're going to draw three names. Three names. I'm ready to go though.
You ready? Are you
Yeah.
ready for this? I'm excited for this content because
Why?
you and I haven't talked about your predictions for 2024 yet. And I mean, historically, you have a great track record of being ahead of what's happening. I've always said one of the things
Yeah, but-
that I love about Shawn is like he has the ability to see 5 moves ahead. And so I'm curious as to what you're going to talk about
Yeah,
tonight.
everybody, nobody's. One of them is crystal clear. The other ones are not. People aren't going to believe them.
Ooh.
Because it's always the case. Nobody believes it until it's there. Like in
Well, of
fact, we
course.
told people about the recession so long until they had to quit BDC. Things got tight. Not like we didn't warn you. You just didn't listen. I'm gonna give you some good predictions tonight.
All right.
Number one. This one's not really a Shawnstradomus.
This is a gimme.
This is a gimme. We're going to see interest rates drop in 2024.
Oh yeah, everybody's talking about that.
But this is important.
Yeah.
But this is important. We have to put this here. This is kind of a gimme. It's a 5-inch putt. You don't have to putt it in. This is good. We're going to see rate drops. They have to do something because now. But what I think that people don't really understand is that we're playing with this delicate balance with the economy, right? And so we've got to drop the rates, but then we run the risk of inflation starting to run. Remember, they dropped the rates in order to get inflation down.
Right.
So rates are high right now. One of the biggest things that interest rates affects is the housing market. Here's prediction number 2. People who buy properties in the next 60 days, 45, next 45 days, in the next 45 days will be looked at as geniuses.
Oh, tell us why.
In a year. Well, everybody that and maybe you could see I'm wearing shorts because it's shorts weather here in Naples, Florida. We
It's
had the
pretty
most
much always shorts
we had
weather
the most
though.
beautiful, perfect
in
golf
Naples,
day.
Florida.
Perfect day. Everybody always asks me when I meet people and they're like, "You guys live in Naples?" I'm like, "Yeah." And they say, "Well, when did you buy?" It's number one question. Of course, just depends on the crowd that you run with. But the people always ask me, "Well, when did you buy?" And I say, "Well, we bought right before COVID." And everybody always goes, "Oh," because what that means is that property values more than doubled.
Yeah.
Our home
We bought
in,
at the
in
right
Naples,
time is what that means.
yeah,
Yes.
our home in Naples more than doubled.
Yeah.
We're going to see that again, right? And this is interesting. We saw it last time because of because of COVID. Now what we're seeing is when rates. This is what people don't think. People don't want to buy now. Nobody's buying real estate because rates are too high. So when rates come down, then the buyers come out in the market because they're able to buy more home. They're able to buy more real estate
Right.
at a lower monthly payment because the interest rate is lower. But what that does is as the buyers hit the market again, then the prices go up.
Right, because now there's more demand.
People don't understand like you can refi. So you buy now, you hold 6 months, you hold a year, bang, you refi back into the low rate, and the house, you have instant equity in the house. So
Wait, hold on. Can you not hear us or something?
I can hear you. I just had a question.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
Shawnstradomus prediction number 2. Real estate prices run. Real estate prices run. Wild, bang, cruise. And people that buy in the next 45 days, anything that you get into in the next 45 days, you will be looked at as a genius 1 year from today.
Mhm.
Loki's got a question.
So we bought our first home in May, and that's what like that was the big catch. Like I feel like that was a big selling point was like, don't worry. I mean, don't worry about not buying now because they're gonna drop, and then you can always refinance. Is it gonna drop enough to where that would even make sense? Like, how big is the drop? Your prediction?
No. Yeah, no, it's not gonna make. It's
It's
not
going to
gonna
be
drop
over
enough.
time too,
Yeah,
right?
but it's
They're gonna,
not for like for you. We have to get back in your case to get back to May. So it'll take us a little while to get back to that, and then it'll take us a long while to get underneath that. What I'm saying is that
yep.
interest rates are. It's not going to take a big drop. Listen, we dropped one point. We dropped 1%. People are coming back into the market, right? Now that doesn't help people like Luke, but it also though it still traps. So this is interesting. It still traps a lot of people that are sitting on that 2.5, 3, 4 interest rate because they don't want to sell,
No,
right? Because they're
absolutely
like,
not. Because they're
oh,
not going to
now
see
I'm gonna
interest rates like that probably ever again in their lifetime, right?
maybe,
That
but
was low,
later,
like
yeah. But yeah,
really
but to
low.
Luke's question, not next year,
Yeah.
not next year.
Yep.
We're talking about that slow, incremental stair stepping down. But as it steps down, the more people come on the market. As more people come on the market, the prices rise. Even though a lot of people aren't on the market, our home values, both in Naples and in Indianapolis, have held. They've
Yep.
held steady. Well, they're about to go up. So if you wanted to add to your real estate portfolio, Las Vegas, that is about to run
Do you think he's
as
hinting
rates
at me? I know.
drop. Ready for number 3?
I'm ready for number
Who's
3.
ready for number 3? Do I have any comments in the comment section? The peanut
No, we just
gallery?
peanut gallery. No, people are just saying that they did lock in at 2.25. I mean, those are killer rates. I mean, it's going to be a long, long time before we see that again.
Yeah. Well, see, but and that's good, but you're locked in at 2.25, literally.
Yeah,
You're locked in.
you're locked in.
So now, like, what now? What? So now
Yeah.
your options, right? Like, when I'm saying like, hey, if you buy in now, then you will be considered a genius. But if you have to get out of your 2.25 to get in,
It's going
not
to be
so
difficult
genius.
for you,
Yeah,
right?
difficult.
It's going to be hard for you to find the same amount of house with the new rates and get that payment.
Yeah, can somebody get me a link to Galt Insurance Group? I saw somebody, Lee Frazier wants a link to, and it's GALT.
GALT
Galt Insurance
on
Group.
5th Avenue in Naples.
Who's ready? Who's ready for next prediction?
I'm ready for next prediction.
All right, guys, here it is. No Biden in the election.
Okay.
Yes, Trump. Trump will be running against a different Democrat candidate.
Who?
Who is
Okay.
not named Joe Biden.
I'm curious
Not named Joe
to
Biden.
who everybody thinks that Democratic candidate will be.
Yo, that would be good because I do not.
You don't have any predictions on that.
Yeah, I have a
You have
prediction,
a
but
gut,
it's not. It's not. I can't say it because I like my predictions to come with a degree of certainty.
and you're not certain.
I'm not certain. But here's what
Oh,
I am going to
Newsom,
say.
huh?
Here's what I'm going to say.
I lived in California long enough to
named
experience him.
Joe Biden.
Okay,
It
that's
will
fair.
be Donald Trump versus not Joe Biden.
Ooh.
Donald Trump versus not Joe Biden. And there will be.
We have a lot of Gavin Newsom predictions here.
Gavin Newsom is very
Strong
possible.
prediction. That's
Very
a strong
possible.
prediction.
We saw Michelle Obama on Jay Shetty,
Right.
So we're starting to see Michelle figure into
People
the
are saying
conversation,
Michelle. Uh-huh.
right? And there's a couple others that are still. They have to figure out who they can prop up, right? They're really struggling right now in the polls. That's going to be a big deal.
Somebody said Hunter Biden.
I'm not sure that anything can stop Donald Trump at this point,
Yep.
other than an indictment.
Mark
I'm
Cuban.
not indictment,
Interesting.
other than a guilty verdict, and that's going to take time. We're still gonna be appeals. We're gonna roll it all the way to Supreme Court. The way the Supreme Court is structured currently probably then overturns any decisions against Trump. I think Trump gets through. I don't think Biden gets through. But here's the other part of the prediction: you are going to see, in my mind, one or two, but at least one, but potentially two independent candidates figure in the conversation. And in fact, the independent candidates are going to determine the results of the election.
That makes
So it's not
sense.
going to be like just like, these like random people, like the 27 people. There will be at least one and maybe two independent candidates who garner not enough votes to win. So they're not in the discussion to win, but garner enough votes to sway the outcome
Yeah.
of the election
RFK.
potentially. And
Yeah.
and listen,
I think that's a good
and listen,
prediction
depending
too,
on
Julie Bronze.
oh, okay, it was Julie, so I won't be as
Yeah.
mean. I don't think it's RFK, but I do think that there's other people
You
that
don't.
will figure it. Yeah, I think
Mm.
RFK kind of gets out of the way. And there's a lot of stuff going on in the world right now. A lot of stuff going on that's gonna like screw with this
Sure.
whole thing. The whole thing. Um, I will tell you, very clear path. Whether you like it or not, everybody's got to know as we enter into this season.
Hmm.
As we entered into this season, I'm not staking a claim to a dog in the race, but there is a very clear path, whether you like it or not, for Donald Trump to return to the White House. Very clear path. If you are a Democrat, and it will be your own fault, not you, but it will be the party's fault for
Well,
clearing the path
we were watching
for a return.
DeSantis the other night on TV, and obviously he's running. And don't you think that he needs to be on the card with Trump in order to make that happen?
To make it a clear run?
Yeah.
No.
All right.
And in fact, I'm not sure. I'm not sure that with the campaign that DeSantis is positioned. Interestingly, probably a more probable vice president. If we have to take the Republican candidates, more probable vice president right now, Vivek
Oh, that's
Ramaswamy.
fair.
More
So
probable
interesting,
vice
y'all.
president, Vivek. Um,
Trump and Gabbard. Yeah, Tulsi Gabbard would be.
Well, that's interesting. We should be hearing from Tulsi here soon. I don't think that Tulsi's jumping back into politics.
No?
But we'll drop this. I do have a not a formal, informal commitment from Tulsi to come on the None of Your Business podcast. Tulsi
What's
is
the
going to
difference between
be.
informal and
It's not like a
formal? It's not
formal. Well, I
solidified,
was
but
gonna
it's like
say.
a
I was
hey
gonna.
in
But
passing, I'll join. I'll come
well, it
on.
was gonna be. This would be super misread. It was in my DMs. It was in my DMs, right? So Tulsi messaged me and we had a conversation and I was like, we got to get you on. She's coming out with a book.
That'd
It's
be
also
amazing.
why I don't think that she's
That makes
positioning
sense.
herself for a run in politics, but she's coming out with a book. And so, yes, with that, I was like, let's get you on the podcast. Let's promote the book. She was like, done deal. So, yes.
Andy Frisella for president. I love it. Alpha males. Let's go. I love it. Andy Frisella's got some good stuff
Dana's
right
a
now.
big
Did you?
Andy Frisella fan.
No, he's got
And I
great
know
stuff.
he does have great stuff.
And
But there
Emily
are,
she does too.
Andy Frisella can never be in the White House. You could tell Andy that I said that, but I just
He wouldn't want to probably.
Probably
Too
not.
many
Probably not.
filters, yeah.
And there's the American public votes off of other things. Like they weren't happy, because I don't want to say. I'm not going into that, but yes, Andy Frisella would make a great hard-nosed, direct president,
Absolutely,
but
yeah.
he would have a difficult time getting the votes of the masses. That's all. No, Pete Buttigieg. He's his time's running out. The door fell off of an airplane the other day. So yeah,
What's your
he's
next
on hard
prediction?
times. Okay,
What you
next
got?
prediction. Let me see what I have. This
We
is a
got
good
housing. We've got rate drops. Gimme. Housing market. Be a genius. Buy in 45 days. And
No Biden, yes Trump.
no
And
Biden.
one
Yes,
independent,
Trump.
at least one independent
Yeah.
sways the outcome of the election.
Wow.
Next one,
Getting you thinking.
cryptocurrency is back.
Oh, but that's a gimme.
What?
Yeah, I feel like everybody's talking about that it's back.
No, it
Okay.
could be like we're on the tipping point. So
Oh.
maybe you're like a Fox or CNN crypto viewer. It could go either way. We could go back down, so we could see a crumble tumble. Every
Crumble
time the
cookies.
SEC gets involved in this and it starts to, don't say that because then Luke's going to get all excited. Every time the SEC gets involved, some rulings and some positions on this could tip it one way or the other. Also, one thing that, in my opinion, is a negative. You're seeing again the proliferation of all of the altcoins, all of the
Right.
small cryptocurrencies coming out. These are pretty much get rich quick schemes. people got super mad at us in the past during the last run because they wanted us to endorse her back. Imagine if Shawn and Lacey were pumping and dumping on this coin. Well, a lot of people got super rich because they, raised the value of the coin. They got out and left a lot of people high and dry. It's positioning itself for that again. It's getting ready for that again. But I think out of this, we're going to see some of the more stable coins really take a run and stick. I think that there are certain things that are happening globally, global economics, that are beginning to force the hand on some of these things in the crypto space. It was super hot. Like when you were talking about like, oh, that's a gimme. Miami was putting public records on the blockchain.
Right.
I remember even in the academic space, school records, and because of the tip in the crypto value and that sort of crypto crash, all of that discussion, which has nothing to do with the currency itself, but all of that got put to the wayside. Now it is coming back into, I know a lot of healthcare practitioners watch your health records, your personal health records being able to be stored on the blockchain. I think a lot of this gives some credence to cryptocurrency.
Sure.
And I think we're going to see a pretty decent run in 2024. I think mostly in the latter half of the year, but I think it starts in Q1. So again, if you are trying to accumulate stuff based off of today, real estate and cryptocurrency might be a decent, don't go ham, but a decent accumulation point. I love the advice too that you received. I don't want to attribute it to a name because they're not giving advice on the show. We're not giving advice. We're not lawyers.
It was just
we're not
a conversation I
accountants.
had with somebody.
We're not accountants. We're not financial advisors. We're not licensed. We're not independent vote counters. We're not real estate agents. We're not title companies. We're not mortgage brokers.
They're called predictions for a reason.
This is all just all in good fun. This is for entertainment purposes only. But one of the things
thought-provoking entertainment
that somebody just said to you in passing, but find a couple of those sort of mid-range coins, right? Because like in order to double your money in Bitcoin or Ethereum, it would take pretty radical
quite some time.
Well, it's a radical jump in the value. But you have something like XRP, Solana, Cardano. You have some of these coins that it wouldn't take a lot to double. In value. And so I think a lot of people are kind of seeing that mitigating risk, big giant upside.
So we changed our portfolio a bit because also the conversation I had was unless you're somebody that's investing a lot of money, that's the approach that you want to take because you're doing it and you understand that there's risk, right? You're not putting $1 million into crypto. So I thought that was really interesting advice, but yeah.
Some of your audience might have $1 million in crypto. The last prediction is the Great Divide. I think that you're going to see the Great Divide widen. Even though I think it exists.
Widen, not Biden.
Even though I think it exists, I don't think that it's as wide as it will get. And again, this is just one, I'm actually kind of like even done saying this, but we'll just prep ourselves. I'll say it, you do what you want. Very crazy because you have to be very careful as, again, the rich get richer. And that middle class just continues it's just getting eaten away. The middle class is getting eaten and eaten away. It's very tough for a lot of people out there. I understand that. And it's heartbreaking because there's not a lot of tools being provided to those people in order to get out of it. Tools are provided to the extreme poor, right? So they can eat, but it's the people that have a mortgage payment, that pay their taxes. It's just getting really hard for them. And then, of course, like I said, while yes, an economic strain affects everybody, it's the ultra wealthy that feel it less. And then because they feel it less, they are still left with capital that they're able to come into the market. They're able to purchase real estate now. They're able to, like you said, put millions of dollars into cryptocurrency. And even if they lost it, it's not a big deal. But then when things happen that turn in their favor, then they just get even richer. It's the middle class that's not in a position to do that.
They're looking at the next 45 days saying, I'm going to gobble up some real estate I'm going to refi it, and then when the demand is high, I'm going to sell
No,
it for a profit.
they don't have to refi because they're going to gobble up. They're going to pay cash. Cash
Cash.
buyers are going
That's
to win
true.
out. And then,
That's fair.
in a year, they're going to just sell it. And then they're going to just get, a 20-25% return on their investment. The
Right.
rich just got richer because they had the money
Yep.
to get richer.
We do have a question, though. If you're done with your predictions, your Shawnstradomus predictions. Did you see that?
Yeah, I don't know anything about the
I don't know
JP
anything
Morgan.
about that, Georgia Stone. I have not heard about JP Morgan filing bankruptcy. So, yeah.
They can find out about it.
Yeah. All right. What else? Anybody else got questions? Anyone else want to know anything about Shawn's predictions? Those were good predictions. I think they were very insightful. And I don't feel like they were really like far-fetched, actually. Nothing that you said was shocking to me.
Yeah, but nothing I say is shocking. If I said some shocking thing, it's only shocking to the people that aren't around me all the time.
That's fair.
It's only shocking to the
I
people
hear
that
him talk all day
listen
long.
to me, right? Some people, like, look at all the people you see it every single day. The people that are like, "Wow, like things are getting tight." Yeah, we've only been saying that for 2 years.
Yeah.
You didn't do anything about it. Now look at you.
Remember
Things
the
are tight.
affirmation,
Hey.
though. The world's economy is not my economy. You don't have to participate in it. You can still provide killer services. You can still get people amazing results. And no matter what time in the world, if you can do that for people, people will pay for it.
No, George is asking. I like this one. No World War III. No on World War III. However,
you know me, I'm like, what about Civil War?
Yeah, potential on Civil War. And that's interesting too, right? Because I'm not sitting here saying this is the prediction, but it's there's a clear path for Trump to return as the president. Trump returns as the president. Listen, Trump's presidency, no wars. People are afraid of that man. He's gonna maybe they're afraid because he think he's crazy. Whatever you think, great. But I think that stabilizes that. But listen, also you've got to recognize that during the Biden presidency, we don't have riots and looting and fires in the streets. That's more of a Trump presidency. Could we? Well, then that's a Trump presidency phenomenon. So could we see things like that? I mean, absolutely. Civil War today is not like what you studied in history books, right? And so it's not the same thing. The war in Ukraine is also not like when you watch the History Channel and there's World War II, World War I videos, and it's not that. It looks war today looks totally different than old school war. It's a different kind of war. Now,
what about the Simpsons? Yeah, we talked about this.
You talked about that. I mean, could you have those sun flare things and it breaks the internet? I mean, I think that's possible. Yeah, that could happen. So Dana, so here's the deal: you wouldn't have internet in a civil war.
So y'all know how the Simpsons have a track record of predicting things before that they happen, and they oftentimes, will have shows come out and then it'll happen not that long after. Well, the Simpsons predicted that we would have solar flares hit and actually lose all of our
I don't think the Simpsons predicted
power.
Solar flares.
Well, that's like what it was. It was like these weird, watch the show. And then if we didn't have internet, then I think we would have real civil war. People would.
No, if there's a civil war, though, that's like one of the things that you do.
Yeah.
Both sides. If I'm trying to win against you, I make sure you don't have internet or cell phones.
Right.
You can't communicate.
You
can't just have people Instagramming and talking to each other and texting each other in a war. It's just what I would try to turn. That would be the major thing. I would try to turn off your communication. And listen, even in that situation, every single one of these people will be on one side of that Verizon.
So I see what Larry is talking about the SEC voted today to allow Bitcoin to be bought and sold. But I saw somewhere else in the conversation that Tristan Parmley said that later they said that they were hacked. So I'm not exactly sure the whole storyline on that. So if anybody has the facts on that, let us know, because that's really interesting.
And no, Paul, Netflix did not do a movie on that. The Obamas did a movie on that.
Well, and put it on Netflix.
Well, it was put on Netflix.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So you have to wonder about that.
Yeah, well, you never know.
All kinds of crazy stuff going on.
All kinds of crazy stuff.
The world.
And there was aliens in Miami. So, who knows?
I love our friend we have an alien friend. I can speak to this.
We have lots of alien
But we have
friends
one very particular alien
that
friend
sends us
that
stuff
knows
every day.
what happens.
I love
So
it.
apparently there's a portal from Antarctica to Miami. And if you take the latitude and longitude, let me see if I get this right, and you reverse it, then you get that particular spot in Miami. And the aliens got the directions. They put the things, they punched in the code wrong.
So they
They
came out in
flip flop.
Miami
And
instead of
they came
Antarctica.
out in Miami instead of Antarctica. Big boo boo, walking
And they ended
around the
up in the
mall,
mall.
and then bang, everything got good. But nobody's
So
cell
very
phones.
crazy week, y'all.
Everybody only had like 1970s cell phones. Their
Right.
phones
Nobody
were like
captured
super
any
blurry.
video.
Nobody could see anything.
Yeah.
But they were apparently, I heard like the witness accounts, there were these tall shadow aliens.
Yep.
Shadow aliens. So be careful out there.
Insert X Files theme
It's
song.
a
Luke, do you
wild,
have that on
wild,
the
wild world out there.
But Larry is saying there
I will
was
be
some
in Miami on January 24th. To all of our Miami viewers, if you would like to come and hang out, we didn't have that part.
No.
All of our Miami viewers, if you'd like to come and hang out, January 24th, I'll be there all day. Just hit me up. I'll let you know where we're going to be. I'm going to be in Las Vegas for Super Bowl week
I'm going to be having a grand opening party at Well Infused, and you'll be in Miami.
when I'm in Miami.
Yes.
No, not exactly, but that will be the week that you're doing
Yeah.
a lot of well infused stuff. Well infused about to come to fruition on the franchise side. A lot of work getting done there. Super Bowl week. If you're going to be in Las Vegas, hit me up. Let me know. We're going to be hitting up all of the events, the Super Bowl parties. I think I heard we're going to the Floyd Mayweather celebrity basketball tournament
Nice.
or game or whatever. So super excited about that. I will not be there for the game. My Vegas friends are like, doesn't even make any sense. It's like, it makes a lot of sense. I'm going to leave early Saturday morning. So I'll be back here Saturday, and then I can watch the game with you, which is one of your favorite things to do. Watch the Super Bowl. And then the following week, NBA All-Star Game live from Gainbridge Fieldhouse in Indianapolis, Indiana. If you're going to be around, make sure you hit us up. Also, if you have a podcast, we have some very exclusive opportunities where you can, in essence, sit in for us, leverage our position, film your podcast from the Indiana Pacers headquarters in the lobby of the Indy Hotel. And in addition to that, we will get all of the content, the social content's invaluable. The social content that we'll be able to get you there with the Pacers team, not the players, but they might be there, but we'll be there in the Pacers headquarters. It's going to be absolutely amazing. If you have a podcast and you want to come hang out, hit up Jane at blackdiamondclub.com. We'll get you set up with some interviews, or you can bring your own guests. How cool will they think you are when you're like, yeah, man, that week I will be filming the podcast from the NBA All-Star Game. We'll also be cranking out some None of Your Business podcast episodes. David Meltzer will be alongside us. It's going to be absolutely amazing. Great opportunities for you. So make sure you hit up Jane at blackdiamondclub.com. We would love to see you there. And then we're going to be releasing our schedule for SoFi and Gainbridge for filming the None of Your Business podcast. Super excited about that. We're going to be bringing in tons of amazing guests. It's going to be super cool.
On that note, I think we should give away some money. What do you think?
All right.
All right. Luke, we got to draw 3 names for $300.
Here we go.
Here we go. Get ready, people. It's your time. It's time to win.
Whoa.
Carrie Swain.
Didn't she win before?
Carrie,
She's won
I think she has
she's
won
won before.
And she is pretty much on every single week.
She's won.
Oh my goodness. Huh?
She's won before for sure.
She won again.
There she is.
She is.
Won again. I love it.
Holy
Carrie.
moly.
I think Carrie might be the first person to win twice. Carrie, didn't you win before? Oh my goodness.
Luke is saying that she won.
Yes, for sure. $300. Look at that. First name of the
always
night.
here.
She's always
She
here.
answered. Like, so
She's
that's-
always in the chat.
Listen, everybody. Let me just clarify for somebody. That is a great example for everybody that's watching when there's controversy. That is a great example of when you are actually here and your name gets called. Did you see how fast Carrie was on there and was like, yep, I'm here.
Yeah.
When you're answering back like at the 1 second, that's because somebody had to text you. You were like,
you got
oh
on real
shoot.
quick. You were
Like,
trying to get in the chat.
obviously Carrie was on, watching. She was ready to go.
Engaging.
Her name came up, and in like 10 seconds, she was like, yes, me.
It's me. I'm here.
That's how it is supposed to work.
I love it.
That's how it is
I
supposed.
love it, Carrie.
We give 30 seconds in case like your Y key is stuck on your keyboard and you gotta, but you don't need a full 30
Why do
seconds.
you need the Y key?
You gotta type yes.
Oh.
Yes,
or
it's me.
Here.
Or maybe your H key is stuck. But Carrie, obviously. So when we get these like last minute close, like instant replay ones, I'm telling you, they weren't there. They weren't there. That's what it looks like when you're like, I won. Give me my money.
I love it. All right. Well, that's awesome. I'm so excited we got to give away $300.
Way to go,
this
Carrie.
week. Good job, Carrie.
Two-time winner.
I know,
Our
two-time winner.
first
Keep showing up.
Champ.
Our first champ. Well, and technically we did have Aaron and Paul. So I don't know.
Well, that's our first couple champ.
That's a first couple
That's
champ.
like the tag team
Carrie's
champ.
like the first champ. Yeah.
Yes.
So I love it, y'all. Well, I hope you enjoyed the Shawnstradomus predictions. A little thought-provoking entertainment for you on this lovely Wednesday night. Good things to think about. Just, always getting getting an idea of what's happening in the world through your predictions is always helpful for people, I think. So we got to do that again.
Have a nice night, everybody.
All right, everybody. Have a nice night. We'll see you next week for Shawn and Lacey Live.